Hey everyone, thanks for checking out this edition of our Nashville Investor Webinar video series. I'm your host, Rob Foglia. I'm the owner of Foglia Properties at Keller Williams Realty in Nashville. And as you can see on the screen here, our mission is to help you grow your real estate investing knowledge and empower you to achieve your wealth building goals. One of my favorite things about doing these videos is the fact that we're never selling you anything. We're not selling you a program or a property or anything. We're simply looking to provide you some great knowledge with the hopes that whenever you do need some help buying or selling or investing in real estate, you'll reach out to us. So let's go ahead and jump into the topic of this video, and that is preparing financially for real estate investing. We're actually going to cover this two sides of the topic right here. The very first part is going to be basically getting ready for the purchase. You have a couple of different options that are out there. The first is, as you can see on the screen, is probably the easiest for you once you're in this position, and that is to do a 100% cash purchase. Basically meaning if you're buying a home, a rental property, or flipping a property that's $100,000, you're buying it with $100,000 cash. Not everybody has $100,000 cash to put down, or whatever the price is, of course, of a property to put down on it. So by far the most common way to make this happen, to make an investment happen, is going to be by financing a property or getting a mortgage. When it comes to doing that, financing a property through a conventional mortgage is going to be a little bit different than doing an owner-occupied property through a conventional mortgage. You're going to need a little bit more down as a requirement. You're going to need at least 15% down. Some properties that are multifamily units require at least 25% down. So just some things to take into consideration right there. You know, there are some other options that are out there. Like, for instance, you could do a partnership. As you can see on the screen there, it's not something I personally recommend. I've seen too many partnerships that just don't end the right way, or partnerships that are at the beginning stages of someone's real estate investing career where they're not exactly on the same page, and it just ends up not working out. So, you know, obviously it's something that some people have been successful with. Just something to think about when it comes to partnerships. The other that's on here, call me with any questions. There are different options that are out there for people when it comes to different hard money loans and loans that we won't get into on this particular webinar. Just something to consider, and if you have a question, my number's on the screen here. Give me a call. The second part of that of the coin, basically, when it comes to understanding the financials of real estate investing, are going to be some common profit formulas. So just some resources here for you to maybe take a screenshot of, or to pause this and write these down. Some different formulas to know if something is going to make sense. The very first one here, the 1% rule, as you can see, is very common for single unit rental properties. So maybe a single family home or a townhome or a condo. So where your monthly income, the rental income that you have coming in, you're going to want it to be greater than 1% of the sales price. Basically meaning if you have a property that's bringing in $1,000 a month in rental income, you want that sales price to be at most $100,000, or to work it the other way. If it's a $100,000 property that you're buying, you'd like to make sure that that property is bringing in at least $1,000 a month. The second way to identify if a property makes sense, especially for a rental, maybe for a multi-unit rental, a duplex, a fourplex, or apartment complex, you want to look at your yearly profit. You want to divide that yearly profit by your sales price, and that's going to equal your cap rate. Cap rate, or a cap percentage, everybody has a different number of whether or not it makes sense. You know, some people will look for at least double digits, at least 10%. Just depends on your market. If you're here in the Middle Tennessee area, give me a call or shoot us an email, and we can give you some great advice. The third thing is projecting a budget for flipping. Basically, the most common way that a lot of flippers have looked at it over the years is they've looked for their sales price plus their repairs to be less than basically 70% of their future sales price, their estimated after repair value sales price. We're right now in as I record this, we're in a very hot seller's market here in Middle Tennessee. So that 70% is very hard to achieve. Some investors are going a little bit higher than that 70%. That comes down to your risk tolerance. So just some things to consider right there. As always, we are so appreciative of y'all checking out this edition of our webinar videos. Stay tuned for our next one coming up. It's going to be about analyzing your rental budget. So appreciate y'all checking this out. Reach out if y'all have any questions. Hope y'all have a great day.